Welcome back to G-Ball Vision, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have an exciting unboxing to dig into. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I'd love to have you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check it out. Let me know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love hearing from you and what you're carrying for the day. So we have a Civivi here to check out. And this is a version that I have never checked out from Civivi before. And we are looking at the one and the only button lock Elementum here. And this is not to be confused with the original button lock Elementum, which was only actuated via the button. They have since revamped this knife so that way you can use a flipper. Now, I don't believe, I do have one still, but I don't think it is the same size. I believe the original button lock Elementum is quite a bit larger than the standard Elementum here. Now, the other upgrade we are looking at is Nitro V steel, opposed to the original Elementums came in D2, which is fine. But Nitro V is a phenomenal steel as well. And I think you're going to find that pretty much all of the Elementums are going to be very, very affordable. Got that beautiful, simple drop point blade. This one is coated. Nice little row of jimping there. I'd love to see that jimping ran out a little bit further. This knife would be absolutely perfect if they made this a little bit longer and cut in a full finger choil here. Now, you can use that as a choil area, but for lighter tasks where you might need more control, but you're not going to be bearing into something too heavy, right? Too dense. You could, but I wouldn't risk getting up on the corner of that blade. But they do have it set up in such a way that you can choke up behind the blade. So there is that. But I'd love to see a little bit longer blade with a full finger choil there past the flipper. That would be just money. Absolute money. We have textured G10 handles here. They're standard deep carry clip, and it does not appear to be reversible. We do have a lanyard hole there for the lanyard fans, and the liner is proud of the G10. Some people like that look, some people don't, and some people are indifferent to that look. I don't mind it either which way. I think both ways can be good looking. Now, this does have a washed effect to it. There you go. There you can see the kind of washed effect to this knife. And it's going to be a good standard size. I mean, the Elementum has been around for quite a while and is possibly one of the highest selling knives ever. We'll check it here in the pocket. I believe that pocket clip is different than the original deep carry clip. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive that it is. But this is going to carry nice and deep. You might see the butt end of the knife poking out of the pocket, but not very much at all. Good retention on Civivi's pocket clips here. And because we are going to be giving this knife away, and I won't have it for too long, we'll go ahead and take some measurements. So this is going to have a standard 3-inch blade with about 2.7 inches of cutting edge, and then about 7 inches, just 7 inches strong of total blade length. And I believe it should be very comparable to the Bug Out, the Deca knives in that same vein. And it is going to be very similar to the Para 3 here. Para 3 is going to have a little bit longer handle, but they are all going to be very close. PM2 is going to be quite a bit bigger there, as you can see. Why don't we go ahead and we'll see what kind of edge they put on this Nitro V. So we got our telephone book paper here. We got our telephone book paper here, I said. Typically, Civivis come with phenomenal edges. But I don't think this is going to fall into that same vein. Huh. Was it my angle? Can't be. Can't be me. Maybe it is my angle. Let me see here something. Get out of here. See if we got something a little bit thicker. Not much, just a little. Yeah. So the edge needs, it still works, but it needs a little touch up for sure, which will be easy. Which will be easy peasy on Nitro V. Definitely needs some help. Now this may have been used as well, as this was sent in to the channel to be given away. So this is not brand new from Civivi. Might have been used. It's in really good condition for being a secondhand knife though. See a little smut. Oh, that went away. Yeah, so I'm guessing this has cut some other stuff prior to getting to me. Because typically, you know, hate or love Civivi, they usually come out of the box razor sharp. I mean, ridiculously sharp. I got the closest thing I got here to me is but it's going to be the same edges. And that's typically how they come right there. Just laser beams. So that's typically how they will come. So I'm going to guess that that has some use on it. Now, the main question is going to be, how is that lock holding up in there? This is going to be a standard plunge lock. It is centered. So let's see. Pretty good. Good. Can't ask for much more than that. As far as the spring strength for the knife, it's good. It's got a nice strong spring in it. Could it be a little stronger for me personally? Yeah, but it's pretty good, especially in comparison. If you're new to the knife world, you know, anytime over the last few months, you may have not experienced an older button lock from like a year plus ago, and they have come an extraordinary distance since then in a relatively short amount of time. Companies were just throwing button locks out left and right. Some were good, some were not. Some had lockup issues, some did not. But since then, since these companies really have gotten a handle on what to do and what consumers are looking for, they have really started to dial in button locks and crossbar locks, and this is going to fit into there. These have been out for a little while now, but this will be the first time I have handled the button lock Elementum flipper version. And just in case you were wondering, I just decided to snag it out. I forgot. But yeah, the original button lock Elementum is quite a bit larger. And I mean larger in the blade and the handle. And I actually prefer the way this one looks. Now, I don't know. It's different, and I think that's why it wasn't real receptive from some. But some people absolutely loved this version. I have to say I prefer this size, this handle, because we're getting a lot more handle on this one. And we're getting a lot more blade as well. It's a little taller. It's a little longer. It's just better, in my opinion. I like the way the button is rounded at the top. That's the only way to open this knife up, though. You have to push the button because this is going to be locked up. You cannot pull it out. You have to press the button down. And that'll be a good candidate right there to show you how the edges come. Maybe. Well, maybe not. What in the world is going on here? Maybe Maybe I did beat up this one a little bit. It feels pretty good going in that way, though. Huh. Maybe I'm just off my game today. No, that never happens. But that is the new and improved button lock Elementum. I wish they would take this design, this size, and what could they do here? I don't know if you could put studs there. I think they do have Elementums now with studs and a flipper, don't they? Not that I have checked out, but they need to just keep this right here. And because you can get right up behind that edge with this one. Love the micarta that they've done on that. I think these both would be good options for a budget carry. Just going to depend on, you know, what you're looking for. This will be 14C in micarta, but like I said, only activated via the button. But it is really smooth and it's really fun, actually. It's solid. You know, once you have the timing down, that thing locks up well. I don't think we've ever tested this one. It's good. Yeah. Nice and solid. Well, that'll wrap this one up. You guys will have to let me know. What do you think of the Elementum series from Civivi? I've always felt, I don't know, indifferent about it, I guess. Like, I'm glad it's here, but I don't know. It kind of puts me at a loss for words, I guess. It is a good design, a very simple design. I don't know what the huge attraction was to it initially. Maybe the price and the materials, because it was just a liner lock flipper in this same profile. I guess price and materials with a good solid action, you know, really helped, and just good quality. But there's plenty of knives that were around at that time that kind of fit into that same spectrum. You know, QSP had some, Concept had some, Kaiser, you know. So I don't know how or why the Elementum took on all of the praise that it got. You'll have to let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys, and what your opinions are on these knives. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Always appreciate that, everyone. If you're new here, we release knife and EDC content just like this every single day. Hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell. I'd love to have you here. I'll put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.